Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips with a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday Sean video today. Today you're going to go out there, see if things came out today, see if things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, there's actually quite a few new things coming out. The main big thing releasing, which I know will be in stores, is Nosferatu. That's coming out today, as well as September 5th. Panic Room is finally coming out because, you know, that movie's only ever been available on DVD. It's like never been on anything besides DVD. So now it's finally available on 4K, which includes the Blu-ray as well. So finally, it's, you know, on something other than DVD for that one. Also, the movie The Order, that releases today. There's one movie as well that's, it looks like there's only going to be a DVD of it, though, called Small Bites, that looks really interesting, too. So that's what I'm going to try and find. It should be in Walmart, so we shall see. Also, though, if you guys have not seen, too, check out the link below. We're at the final 6 days on my film, the crowdfunding for my film, The Desert Fiends 2. We just added Eric Roberts to the cast today as well, so really excited about this film. It's, like, coming together really well. Like, the script so far is really fun, too, like, with what's going on. It's going to be really crazy, so really excited about it. And if you guys are interested in getting involved, like I said, you can check out the link below to find out how to get involved with Desert Fiends 2. And like there's ways to get involved, like being a producer in the film, special thanks credits. You guys can even come out in person for the film. And after the campaign runs out, then it goes into the in-demand or on-demand stage, so you guys can still get involved at that point as well. But anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into the first Target we go. Now, if you guys are wondering, though, I did have some luck finding those costume characters that I was looking for, like the Ben Cooper ones. I found, I'm still looking for the Wonder Woman one, but I found the Batman one, and then I also found the Batgirl one as well. So I did have luck finding those. So I'm still looking for, like I said, the Wonder Woman one, and I'm also looking for the Simpsons. The main one I'm trying to find now still is Itchy, which I feel like I'll probably never come across that. And then the other one is the comic book guy. And then the full-size Millhouse, and then the Lenny. So there's still stuff I'm looking for. It's like certain things are just like impossible to find. And I know there should be some new Easter things, so there should be some new squishes. You know me, I'm always looking for the Bigfoot ones. So I have to see if there's anything new. New book-wise here, though. Looks like the same. Looks like these might be different Hunger Games kind of covers on them. But we'll head back, though. But yeah, I went over to the actual section, though, and they had some, actually had quite a few of them over there, but they only seemed to have all Batmans when it came to the superhero ones. The one I'm trying to find, though, is the Wonder Woman one. I think that's kind of the one that there's probably going to be, like, one of in the box or something like that. At least that's what it seems like. You always have to check this area, too, because this is, like, the small overflow spot as well, because there can sometimes be, like, random ones over here. It doesn't seem like it, though. But this is sort of like the random spot, though. You always have to make sure to check. And usually you can peek right here at the Simpsons. Yep. See? Always the same old ones, always empty, none of the small ones. It's always crazy. It's like, but yep, absolutely nothing new when it comes to those. I don't think anything else new turtle-wise, though, as well right now. But you guys can see, though, the Easter section is here, but I see, like, this is the area where the squish would be, like, right there. And, like, there was a spot, though, that even said Bigfoot, and none were put out yet. So there definitely will be something. It might be the same one re-released again, though. But they you see how quickly it goes from, Valentine's Day is done, and it's so switched over so fast to the Easter stuff and everything, too. But usually, the squish things come out much later. I've always kind of noticed, though. They have some of these other, like, weird things, and then the only one they seem to have out is this random Pokemon one, though. Into Walmart we go. Right when you come in, though, you see, like, the leftover Valentine's Day stuff as well. Are there any, like, random Bigfoots in here that are 50% off? Doesn't look like it. I think everybody got all the Bigfoots. They didn't leave any of them behind. Nobody wanted them to be 50% off. Let's see, though. I don't think, though, from what I've seen so far, that they actually have any, like, squish type things. Like, it didn't look like it. Like, there might be in, like, this spot or something, but from what I had seen so far, it does not look like it. All I can guess is, like, maybe either this area up here, maybe. But I don't know. I know they do stuff too a lot of times, like in stages. So like this area here, that's like these are leftover Valentine's ones too. So they might be switched over later to them too. But as far as I can tell, though, doesn't look like any ones in this one, though. But yeah, when it comes to Walmart, though, I've seen some of them have some of the Simpsons, but what I've actually been told, though, is that Macy's are selling them upstairs in the small Toys R Us area. But I randomly looked at one of them, and I asked them about it, and they're like, what? They had, like, no idea whatsoever. But I've seen some pictures of them, but it seems like Macy's is one of the places that's going to have, like, the Simpsons play set, the Krusty Burger one and stuff, at least from what people have been finding so far with them. Well, I can kind of see from the side, though, it looks like everything is out today. There's so many like employees today wandering around. I've never seen so much in my life, like at Walmart. Like every employee you can imagine is wandering around. But they have the Nosferatu Blu-ray for $27.96, and then the DVD is $17.96, and then they have a Weekend in Taipei that came out. There's also a Blu-ray of this one. I don't know if they're going to have that though for $12.96. The Order $14.96, and they have the Blu-ray for $14.96. The DVD for $12.96. And then this one, I think this is like an Asylum one that came out today. This one, you know, America is Sinking. And then that's $12.96. September 5th, that one was today as well for $19.96. And then over here on the side, this is some of the other like kind of spillover ones. And this is the one that I definitely wanted to get. This one here, Little Bites. This one has Chaz Bono in it. This looked really interesting. There's no Blu-ray though, from what I can tell. Because when it comes to the Shudder releases, it's kind of like 50-50 when it comes to if they do a Blu-ray or not. And then, other than that, though, I think this 100 Years may have been today. This Panda Plan, this Jackie Chan one for $12.96, I believe that was today. Alien Rubicon, that's another one from Asylum. That wasn't out yet. They just look like they didn't stock that one. And then St. Patrick's Day Massacre for $12.96. Other than that, though, that seems to be all the new ones. Nothing new Steelbook-wise I'm seeing right here. Let's see, too, down here. What is this thing? Some kind of like box set thing or something? But let's see in here. I keep checking too, just to see if they end up randomly getting in any more of the Terrifier VHS tapes. It seems like those are definitely not coming back in stock. From what I could tell too, last time they had the Terrifier 2 tapes, they did do a restock about a month or so in, so maybe there will be more down the line for it. I don't know though. That's weird too. They have like randomly in here Violent Nature marked down to $7.29. I don't know why it's so cheap randomly, and then like some other random things in here. This is like the most random section. Frogman one there, the Omen one, Force of Nature, Prey, Imaginary for $5.60. Just very, very, very random. Yeah, so in there, though, I ended up getting that Little Bites DVD one. I'm glad, though, that I don't have to go to, like, a million locations to find it, because when I was looking online to see, like, the availability, it was showing, like, more than half of them not available, so I guess they hadn't stocked them in some of the locations and stuff, too. So at least it was out and everything, though, and it looks like they only had two, you know, for it, too. It's one of those ones they probably get very few of. Into the second Target we go. We'll see, though, if this one has anything different in here today, though. But yeah, though, in this location, guys, you can see, though, you always have to really check up on these top areas and really look around, because these things can be really mixed in. But like I see like a couple random ones, like the Beetlejuice one, and here's one of the glow-in-the-dark ones. They have the glow-in-the-dark ones that are hard to find is the Creature. I actually was able to track that down. I think the Skeleton Girl one, which I have not seen, is like a convention exclusive or something like that I was reading. But see, they're kind of mixed everywhere. Here's more Nosferatu ones. Here's another one down there. Like I said, they're kind of all over the place, but I don't see any of the superhero Batman ones as far as I can tell. But like I said, you really do have to look, because see, there's another random one down there, the Devil one. I don't think they made a black and the you know, one of the glow-in-the-dark Devil ones yet, from what I can tell. But you have to really kind of comb through all of this, because it's all kind of mixed, little like everywhere, though. And in the Easter section, they did have some of the new Bigfoot ones. These were from last year, but they're just a little bit larger this time around. Anyway, though, guys, that was all for my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also, though, in the comments below, though, let me know what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K if you guys ended up picking up anything you knew today. Also, let me know anything new that you guys have seen in the theaters or on streaming recently. I saw this past weekend Hard Eyes, which, you know, as a slasher movie, it was okay. It's one of those things, though, I'm not going to lie, I didn't love that movie. It just was not, like, perfect all around whatsoever. It was one of those kind of things that, I feel like anytime there's, like, a Valentine's Day horror movie, they've always never been, like, incredible. They've always been just kind of all right. They've been, like, you know, watchable, but nothing, like, I don't know, it was just not that great overall. The other one that I saw was Paddington in Peru, which is the third Paddington film, which, Sally Hawkins' character didn't come back for this one, and I don't know what happened, but it was like, this one didn't have the same like magic feeling that the other ones had, especially the second movie. The second movie with the prison stuff was so good. This one was just all right. It's watchable. It still had some fun aspects to it, but it was definitely not as good as the last two Paddington films. But anyway, though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here is from Universal, and this is Robert Eggers' new film here, Nosferatu. I saw this one in theaters as well. This one includes, though, the extended cut of the film, so it includes the theatrical version as well as the extended version. The extended version, I think it's like 4 minutes longer for that one. It also has deleted scenes on here, a commentary with the director, and a featurette on the film as well. I like this movie. Basically, though, it's the story of Nosferatu, but it's kind of a remake of there's been not many different renditions of Nosferatu, and there's like Count Orloff and a number of different ones kind of similar, and it's basically Nosferatu is the Dracula character, but they couldn't originally, like when they made it, I think they couldn't use the name, so Nosferatu was kind of like the same thing and stuff like that. It was kind of that's kind of how the character came to be back in the day, I believe. So it was something like that. But basically, though, this is the character, of Nosferatu, the vampire. And the thing that's different, though, for this time around is Nosferatu has this big mustache, and it's I don't know, I liked it. I feel like my favorite character in the movie was Willem Dafoe. Like, his character was really good in this movie. But in general, though, I liked the movie. I thought it didn't add a whole ton different to the story. It kind of it wasn't like it was really reinvented or very different. It was very similar to the original, very, very much like Bram Stoker's Dracula, that similar kind of story. But I did like it, though. I would say, though, when you compare this film to the technique of The Lighthouse, feeling like it was really shot with really old equipment, I was kind of funny to me that they didn't go that route with this movie, with making it kind of seem like that, because it seemed like that would have been the direction they would have gone with. In general, though, I liked the movie. I wouldn't say it's the absolute total masterpiece, but I did really enjoy the film. And the next one I got here is from Sony. This is one they had mixed reviews, but I actually thought this was a pretty fun movie. And this is Kraven the Hunter, which stars Aaron Taylor Johnson. And basically, though, this is kind of the way they really market it is it's an R-rated movie, so it's kind of one of the Marvel type films, but done very, very R-rated and that type of thing. And I like the characters. The one that was kind of the bad guy in it, there was this one thing that's gone kind of viral when he does this really, really weird thing, and he's like this weird sort of thing. And it's there's definitely, the movie does have some peculiar, interesting acting choices, but I kind of felt like they knew the movie was going to be kind of wacky and a little bit over the top and somewhat ridiculous in some areas. So I felt like they lead it into it and kind of played it off and kind of had fun with it. And I enjoyed this. It's just basically Russell Crowe is playing Aaron Taylor Johnson's father. And it's one of those movies too, where it's all the characters you kind of can't trust. They all have kind of bad sides and everybody's kind of up to something in it. But I really liked it. It's very, very gory, played up very, very R-rated. It's not one of those things where it's a weak kind of one where it's you could tell they just could have cut it down. But no, this is very, very R-rated. It has on here, though, deleted and extended scenes on here, beast modes about the stunts. It also has outtakes and bloopers on here as well. But like I said, very fun movie. And I think this one's definitely worth checking out, though. The next one here that was from Searchlight, and this is Jesse Eisenberg's film that he directed, and it stars himself and Kieran Culkin, which is A Real Pain, which I like this movie. This is basically, they were going on a trip together. It was kind of like they were two cousins kind of going together on this trip. And where were they going to? Was it a tour through Poland, and basically kind of where their grandmother was, and basically they're kind of mismatched, though, because Kieran Culkin's character is kind of not really very worried about things. He's bringing things on the airplane he shouldn't, and just all sorts of things. He's kind of doing his own thing, and Jesse Eisenberg is kind of a little bit more serious and trying to make sure they're going to get there on time, and he has kind of a more of an itinerary of what they want to do and things like this. But I really like this movie. Really, really well acted. Jesse Eisenberg, I thought, did a great job directing this one, but I thought they were both great together. It's basically just them kind of like together on this trip and what they're going through and their issues and things like that as well. I watched a lot of different behind the scenes too, like interviews and stuff too. It was interesting watching Jesse Eisenberg talking about working with Kieran, because it's like he didn't want to do any rehearsing or talking about it or anything. He basically just wanted to do it and kind of make it seem more natural. Like, and sometimes I agree, I understand that too. Like, if you talk about something too much, sometimes it gets a little too rehearsed and it can kind of feel a little bit more real. And I think that's kind of why he wanted to do it like that. The next ones here, these ones are both from Warner Bros. I want to let you guys know these ones are available. They sent over free copies of these ones to let you guys know they were available. And the first one here is the movie Amadeus, available for the first time on 4K. Now, the version that's on the 4K, though, is the theatrical version. I remember there was like, I don't remember what was different, though, about the other version. I know there's like a longer cut of the movie. But I always remember this movie back in the day, especially because there's like that Amadeus song I always remember that like kind of had some kind of a connection to this movie. But
Every time I think of this movie too, and I don't know why, the first movie that always comes to my brain is Yahoo Serious. That one, young Einstein. I don't know what it is with me. It's like for some reason my brain always immediately goes to that when it comes to this movie. This one has on here the making of on here, featurette wise. The other one here available from Warner Brothers as well, that they sent a free copy to let you guys know that it was available. And I think I heard something about them making a sequel to this one. And this is available for the first time on 4K. And this is the movie which stars Keanu Reeves, Constantine. And like I said, I believe they heard something about a sequel for this one. This one has on here over 2 hours of special features. It has 2 decades of domination. Keanu Reeves and director Francis Lawrence reunite on camera to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the cult classic film. It has commentary tracks. It has deleted scenes and an alternate ending on this one here as well. Now, the next ones here, these ones were from Kino Lorber. And this is one, I always love this movie. I don't know what it is about this movie. I've watched this movie so many times over the years. And I just I like these kind of movies about like cleaning up things and things being a big mess. And like, I don't know, I just always do. And this movie here called Graveyard Shift. And this was, this was based on Stephen King's short story. Or was it a short story or was it full book? I think it was a short story. I can't remember. But this one, like I said, is Graveyard Shift. And I know this movie kind of always has like kind of mixed reviews, but I love it. I don't know. It's basically, though, a group of these like sort of cleanup crew that's cleaning this weird sort of building out. And in there, they kind of come across that people are starting to go missing as they're cleaning it off. And of course, there's this gigantic, huge rat in there. And it's Brad Dourif is in the movie. It has a great cast in this one. But always really liked this movie. It has a commentary track on here with film historians on here. It has a commentary, an interview with the director, interview with some of the actors, as well as a theatrical trailer on this one. The other one here, this is from Kino Lorber from their Kino Cult line. And this is one here called Crawl Space. Now, this is not the one that you guys hear me bring up a lot. It's like the 70s TV movie. I'm hopeful at some point we'll get come out on Blu-ray. It's only ever came out on DVD back in the day, but it's way out of print, the original. Now, this is the one that stars Klaus Kinski, and this is the one where his character is crawling around the vents the whole time and spying on the tenants, and he's like always like putting a gun in his mouth and like firing it and going, well, will be what we will be, or something like that. So if it doesn't kill him, he's like, well, it is meant to be or something. So he lives another day. He's a crazed, like, kook character in this. But basically, he's kind of wandering around the vents and stuff. It's a great movie, especially for him playing this crazed, over-the-top character. Has a commentary track on here with the director. Has a commentary with film historian, interview with the makeup artist. Short film on here. It also has a theatrical trailer and TV spots as well on this one. And the last one from Kino Lorber, and this is from their Kino Studio Classics line, and this is the Are You Being Served the movie. I remember the TV show of this really well, and then they made a movie. I think it was, I don't know if it was like around the same time or a little bit after, but it's basically All You're Being Served is people working in this kind of like, sort of like Macy's type department store and kind of the things that go on there. And it's a fun British show. I've not seen that many of the original one, but I remember my grandfather was always bringing this up, like all the time, and that was kind of how I initially found out about it. It was always kind of weird too, because I was like, he was real like prim and proper and real normal, but for some reason he liked this, but this was so kind of, there was all these wacky characters and stuff, so it was kind of like the thing you never expected to be looking at. The next one here, this is from moviezing.com. This is also from Universal, and this is one to let you guys know that was available, and this is the complete series, and this is the reboot of the show Quantum Leap, which I remember really loving the original series. Now this one only ran, I think it went for like, it went for 31 episodes, so I believe it was for 2 seasons, I believe so. I don't know if it was ever available in like single releases in the past for this one, but this is basically the kind of the reboot series that kind of has a connection to the original as well. But Ernie Hudson is also in the show. Very fun. It's too bad that it only went for 2 seasons for this one. Like I said, just want to let you guys know this was available if you guys were a fan of the Quantum Leap reboot that they have. And the next one's here. This one here is from Ketchup Entertainment, and I saw Ketchup Entertainment too is releasing a Warner Brothers movie, like one of the Looney Tunes coming out. Like, it was kind of interesting. So it was so weird that Warner Brothers isn't releasing it, but Ketchup, I guess, bought it. But this is a movie here called Weekend in Taipei, and this is like kind of like the trailer kind of made it seem like it was all like a car kind of movie, but it's basically, though, kind of about like the one character, Sun Kang, and I always think of him too because he directed this movie that I really liked recently called Shaky Shivers. They've never put a DVD or Blu-ray or anything of it out, but I wish. It's one of those things that came out like this real small release in the theaters and then like went on to streaming, but there's no physical release. It just sucks. There's certain movies that are happening like that, like Bottoms, and a couple things that just not getting a physical release, which is like, damn it. So hopefully at some point they do like a burn on demand or something with it, because it's like, I know people would buy it even if it was a burn on demand. But basically, though, this is about his character is kind of wanted, trying to track him down, and basically Luke Evans' character is kind of trying to find him. It's kind of like a whole big thing. And see, Luke Evans used to date the one character, and basically they kind of reconnected, and she's now with him, and it's kind of Sun Kang's character, and it's kind of this whole big triangle type thing. It's a very, very fun movie. It's kind of one of those sort of like, I guess like a Fast and Furious kind of feel, because it's very, very tense, kind of quick moving film. And the next one I got here is from Vertical Entertainment. This one has Jude Law and Nicholas Hoult and Ty Sheridan in the film. It's a movie here called The Order. And this movie's kind of like, it's kind of like one of those sort of undercover kind of bad group kind of things, and Jude Law's character is basically trying to bring down this terrible group that's like run by Nicholas Hoult's character, this like hate-filled group, and basically he's trying to figure out how to bring them down. And Ty Sheridan's character is one of the cops with Jude Law, and basically it's kind of like him trying to figure out if Ty can kind of go undercover and kind of infiltrate this group to try and figure out exactly what they're planning, because he knows that they're planning something, and they're a very hate-filled group, and they're planning something big. And it's kind of like they need to try and figure out how to stop this before more things can happen, because throughout the movie there's kind of like act things happening and people getting killed and things along those lines. Very, very well acted movie here. The next one here, this one was from High Flyer Films. It's a movie here called The St. Patrick's Day Massacre, and this is a fun movie. This is set in Ireland, and basically at the beginning of the movie you see like kind of in this pub that people, like this sort of tavern bar, people had gotten killed there, and like it was like the kind of a bad sort of thing that had happened. And basically it's a group of these younger kids kind of coming into the town, and basically the kind of the person that killed people back in the day is now come back, and it's kind of coming after them. So it's kind of like this sort of slasher crazy movie about them kind of coming after them. A very fun movie here. Like I said, this one here is called The St. Patrick's Day Massacre. The next one here, now this one I just wanted to show you guys the slipcover. I showed you the 4K last week, but Synapse just sent me the slipcover. I didn't have it first to show you guys, so this is the slipcover now for Trick or Treat you guys can get from their website for the 4K Ultra HD release. Like, I'm glad now to have it, because see, without the slipcover, like, it's not the same. It's definitely not the same without the slipcover. It's a very, very cool slipcover. Really cool movie. Like I said, just want to show you guys that as well. The other one here to let you guys know that was available too. This is from Anchor Bay. It's a movie here called Daddy. And this one has a commentary track on here with the filmmakers. It also has a bonus web series on here, extended and alternate dance scene, as well as improvisation reel as well on this one. And the last ones here to let you guys know that were available. These ones are all from Mondo Macabro, and it's 3 different ones here. The first one here is The Killer Is Not Alone. And this one here has a brand new 4K restoration for the camera negative, has some brand new cast interviews on here, interview with the director director of Stigs, the film festival, commentary by Troy Horworth, as well as the original trailer on here. And then the other one here is the Hungry Snake Woman. And now this one here has a brand new 2K transfer from the film negative, English and Indonesian audio options, exclusive new cover art on this one. And then the last one here was Tokasaba Sex Band. I think, sorry, is that a Tokonaba sex band. And this one has a brand new 2K transfer on here, digitally restored version, interview with the film critic, commentary with Jasper Sharp, and a theatrical trailer on this one here as well. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give us a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching, subscribing. I'll see you guys later. Bye.